the microphone is on. There we go. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching a VolcanoX live stream. And Mount Etna put a little Christmas tree up there for us. Isn't that pretty? I don't know if you guys can see it in that lava flow, but I thought that was kind of nice. And it looks like a little Christmas tree down on the bottom there, so very cool. Anyway, welcome everyone. I'm glad to have you all on board, and I know it's probably going to be a busy day, probably not as many people in here because of exactly that, Christmas, so it is all pretty cool. Anyway, welcome to all of you. And I hope today and tomorrow is all good for everyone. With a star on top, you bet, Sue. You can see that, eh? And that is pretty awesome. And I like it. That is neat. Anyway, we'll get at things. And remember, today is only going to be the 2-hour show. We're going to chop it off at the 2-hour mark. So just so everyone is aware of that, and I do want to have my Christmas Eve dinner and the things that I normally do, so we'll try to do that. Anyway, first person in today, Juliet. So Juliet gets the lava cookies served on a Christmas tray. You have a day off tomorrow, Dr. Fox, you secret slammer. No, I'm not taking tomorrow off. We're going to have a stream tomorrow, you guys. We're going to do that, and we'll do the stream just for the heck of it. And since there's nothing else to do. But tomorrow's show, too, will be cut off at the 2-hour mark, since I have to cook. Mind you, I'm going to be doing most of my cooking beforehand, before the show, so I'm going to be I'm going to make I don't know if you're familiar with it, a rouladen for my Christmas dinner this time around. I haven't had rouladen for a long time, so I will see what we can do. Wow, Oz, starting things off, first off, I gotta say thank you for gifting that one membership right off the bat there, Oz. And that one, of course, was gotten by Cynthia, so that is all awesome. And now you throw in a $2 super chat there. Thank you very kindly for that, Oz. And hugs and love, lava lovers. I'm not sure what GTG is, but okay, good, great Christmas morning, something. Anyway, thank you very much, Oz, and that is awesome, and all cool. And is got to go Christmas morning here? Oh, okay, I get it. You gotta go. Ah, there we go. And Full Circle throws in a $3 super chat as well. Thank you, Full Circle. Full Circle, writing that down. Florida, and throws in a $3 super chat. Thank you very kindly, Full Circle. That is awesome. Appreciate the support, and very kind of you. Okay, Oz. Have a very good Christmas morning, and take care of yourself, and hope everything is good for everyone. And thanks for being here. Thanks for the wonderful super chat, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, we'll run through it and say hello to everyone and Merry Christmas to all of you. And we'll start out by saying hi to Sue Hayes and John Raper and Kevin Haynes and Hermione and Fluffy. And did I say Kevin Haynes? Yeah, I did. Lizoid is here. Welcome and Merry Christmas. Alba Girl also here. And going up a little bit more, looking for other names. Juliet, I don't know. You got the cookies already, so I think I said hi to you. Kevin Haynes, we got Sasha, a German. German what? Sasha, the only thing I had to get today, if you're a German, then you would know, but the Bienenstich Kuchen, Bienenstich Kuchen, and bee sting cake, if you want to translate that. And that is something I was craving, and I wanted to make sure I had some. And I did go out and get some, so all good. Anyway, also welcome to Alba Girl. I think John Raper's here. We got that. And going up, let's see. We got Hermione. We got, while I'm going up. Yeah, Alba Girl, welcome. Teresa, Merry Christmas. Aloha. And glad to have you on board. Going up some more. Sherry Hewitt saying a Merry Christmas, and a Merry Christmas to you too. Cherry. There we go. I hope everyone has a good Christmas. And of course, welcome to a Full Circle of Florida. Thank you. And let's see, going up some more. We got Hermione, we got Juliet. Got John, got Cherry, got Tanto from France. Welcome and Merry Christmas to you. And also MT Cold Forge, welcome and Merry Christmas. And let's see, did I get everybody else in here? Juliet, Oz we got. Already, she already took off. Kevin we got, Sasha we got, and still scrolling up. Cannon asks his country, Merry Christmas to you, and welcome. Adele 51, Merry Christmas, and welcome. And still going up, looking for more wonderful names. Of course, Gary being one of the mods. So we've got Arizona Snowman, Piggy, Gary, C&D, Gary, 24/7 Live, he's at Skies, and C&D Boy is probably very busy right now, as well as possibly Lucas Snow and Joseph Fields, who probably is busy as well. That happens around this time of year. Christmas happens, and everybody gets busy. Merry Christmas to Tom Dice and Pepper. I hope you guys are doing well. And still scrolling up, looking for more names. And I think, let's see, who we got in here that I missed so far? Everybody there I got. Cynthia, if you're in there, a welcome and Merry Christmas to you. And of course, Cynthia was the one who got that free 1-month membership at that Oz throughout, so that was awesome. And going up a little bit more, looking for other names that I may have missed. And looks like a lot of reruns here, so that should be all good. Still scrolling up though, and looking. Linda Schoof, welcome, and I'm glad to have you on board. Merry Christmas, Linda. And I am up as far as I can go, so we'll go back down to the bottom. I'm sure I've missed some. Scott Hartman just got here, welcome, and Merry Christmas to you. And aloha, Kathy, Merry Christmas, and it's Mela Kaliki Maka, and Merry Christmas, and glad that you're on board. And let's see, I think we've got everybody now. Anyway, hopefully we do. If I did miss someone, I don't mean to be rude or anything like that. If I missed your name, please yell at me, and you can wish me a Merry Christmas as well. And anyway, all good. So What do we got for news today? Well, everything is fairly quiet, and Santa is on his way, from my understanding, and we will check the Santa tracking here in a little bit. But I heard that he's already going somewhere, so that'll be awesome. I think he might have been at Oz's place already. Oh, anyway, that is all cool. So let's get on with the show real quick, since we do want to make it fast. So, a quick report on Mount Etna. Of course, what you see on the screen there is the lava flow coming from our wonderful Mount Etna at 2,800 meter mark, where the fissure is. And that is all cool. We see it is continuing to expand a little bit. It was looking like a Christmas tree a little while ago, but that is all okay. And it looked like a stocking yesterday. Looks like kind of a boot right now with a spike on the tip of it. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's what it's doing, so we're not going to worry too much about it. If we go back in time a little bit, they did show it earlier here, and you could see what it was looking like. So, yep, still lots of snow up there on the mountain doing its thing, and that was from 1326, so 1:26 in the afternoon. A pretty decent view. If we go back a little bit further, we can actually still see some lava from the morning, I think, or very close to it. Yeah, a couple spots. Most of it already faded out, because that's already at 8:30. Hard to see it in the daylight. Yeah, this is 8:34 is the time. That's as far back as we can get. So that's what it was looking like. And that is what it is now. So that is good for Mount Etna. Let's carry on, and we will take off and take a look at Iceland really quickly. And let me get on the right page. And there we go. And that is Iceland this fine evening. And if we go back, if we go back about 8 hours ago, I got a little worried. I thought, what the heck, another camera broke. But the camera didn't break. They've got snow happening. So that is what was happening in Iceland. I thought, oh my God, the cameras are all fogging up. We can't see, but that's actually snowfall. If we go back about, well, a little bit further on there, you can see that that's a lot of new snow. You can see the dark clouds in the background there as well, and the roads partially covered with snow as well. So they did get some, and that is all awesome. We'll put that back to live. And this is the other camera. It is doing a bunch better, but it is still suffering from, well, what do you want to call it? Colditis? Frostitis or something. Anyway, that is pretty awesome. Hey, Kim Rowdenbush, welcome and Merry Christmas to you, and glad to have you on board. And what creeps in, stuffs ducks a stocking with hot chocolate mix packets and bunny treats and sneaks out. All right, you're forgiven this time. Thank you kindly, Kim, and welcome on board. Anyway, that is what it looks like there. Let's go to the other one for Katla. Of course, that one is very dark, and they too had that snowstorm, and that's what it was looking like. So we're not going to get any visibility of Katla today. Actually, a little bit earlier, I think it was a little better visibility, but not by much. Nope, you can't see anything in the background. So no views of Katla today. Let's maybe we'll put that back on live, and we'll check the other camera there. This one, of course, is on the Reykjanes Peninsula, and we can see the smoke or steam clouds are going across here. You see the lights of the town of Reykjavik. You can definitely see the 2 radio towers there, and of course this is one of the steam power plants, and that fantastic glow is coming from the city of Reykjavik tonight. So that is what they are seeing. If we go back and look at the day, it was pretty scary there, and it looks cold, you guys. It looks really, really cold. But you see the steam is going in a different direction today, hiding the power plant and stuff. So that is pretty awesome. But yep, these little geysers over here, steam vents, and they are being used for geothermal heat to generate electricity there in Iceland, and that is pretty cool and pretty awesome. Anyway, that's it for those guys. Let's pop over really quickly, and I kind of like that picture. That looks kind of nice. That's a pretty awesome looking scene when you see the sky glowing like that. Too bad that wasn't a volcano. That would really be nice. So anyway, no snow here yet. You're lucky, John, and you don't want any. Yep, that is funky. It is a nice looking shot. I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, let's carry on. We'll get over to the harmonic tremor charts really quickly and see what's going on. I gotta refresh and see where it is now. Oh, down. It was on an upward trend when I looked earlier, and I thought, yay! And then we seen the downward trend, which is not so happy. But we do see a bunch of little quakes in here, and that is interesting. And we'll take a look and see at the Grindavik one and see what it is doing. On the way there, we'll stop at Grimsey for a second. There's the Grimsey chart. We see it was heading up, and we don't know where that one is going, but the other one went up and back down. So I don't know what the heck is going on there. We had some plate movement and ceasing of lava movement, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, let's take a look. There's the Grindavik chart, and it too was on the way up and then back down. It's like somebody took all the seismic energy back out all of a sudden and used it somewhere else. Let's see what Kristavik is looking like before we get up there. Herdebreit is not reporting and hasn't for a whole day. And let's go back a little bit more here. And where is it? Kristavik, where are you hiding? There you are. Kristavik, all the way up and down. Same thing as what we have at Fagradalfjall as well as Grindavik. So that's a pretty good indicator that whatever it was in the area has kind of subsided a little bit. Possibly a tectonic movement, but you never know. Anyway, popping over to the earthquake map really quick and see what we've got going on there. Let's see if I can find my map. And where are you? Maybe this guy here. All right, let's zoom out, get rid of this. Total of 66 quakes in the last 24 hours. Latest one is up there. It's a 1.1. A 1.4, 1.1 kilometers down from 2035. But yeah, let's do these at the top first. We'll work our way down. What the heck? There, of course, is the island of Grimsey. You can see the little sensor on there. And let's grab these guys up here, the furthest ones first. 10 kilometers down for this 1.43. 8:16 this morning their time. This 1.13, 10 kilometers down as well. 21:41. Then the 1.1 right there at 19:04, 11.1 kilometers down. And then we've got a few kind of grouped together here. This one is a 1.26, 10 kilometers down from a 1246, and then we've got this guy here, 1:25 a.m. Sorry, a 1.25. My bad, reading a.m. in there. Got to stop doing that. Got to pay attention. 10 kilometers down. 10:48 a.m. is when it happened. This one is a 0.92, 10 kilometers down at 10:47. Let's look at some of these other ones here. 1.17, 10.129 kilometers down. And that is from 10:46 as well. And welcome, Sarah Miles. Glad to have you on board. Let's see what else is going on here. I gotta try to keep an eye on the chat. Too much giggling going on, I think. All right, 1.25, 10 kilometers down, 10:45 a.m. For that one. So that's all in one little group. Very interesting. Then we've got a bigger one here, 2.95, 10 kilometers down, 1:29 a.m. for him. And then that had a front of a 1.65, 2.8 kilometers down, 1 a.m. And there's another one in there. I know it. Oh, there's actually two more in there. So a 1.65, 2.8 clicks down, 1 a.m. The 1.2, 1.996 kilometers down, 1:05 a.m. And then a 1.04, 10 kilometers down at 21:29 from yesterday. So that's what we've got sitting right there. Brand new one here at 20:35, 1.4, 1.1 kilometers down. Then we've got this one here, 1.18, 10 clicks down, 13:16, and 0.83, 10 kilometers down. And that is at 10:09 a.m. 12:42, not 1:42. 0.94, 10 kilometers down for him. And then we've got the bigger one here, 2.24, 10.1 kilometers down. 7:13 is the time on that one. But anyway, we're going to get back to that central area in a second. I want to go over here. There's more stuff here. I like this area. Anyway, this is out on the Reykjanes Peninsula. 2210, we had a 1.04, 6.2 clicks down. 0.45, 3.5 kilometers down from yesterday at 22:34. Small 0.1, 3.5 clicks down from 7:23. 0.48 from yesterday at 22:45, 2.9 kilometers down. Very small 0.69, 2.4 clicks down, 7:23 a.m. And there's a couple stacked up here, very small ones, 0.34, 3.9 kilometers down from 11:30, and then a 0.7, 4.8 clicks down at 10:52. I'm not going to worry about those so much. There's the town of Grindavik, and of course this is where the Blue Lagoon is located in the power plant. And if we zoom out and we go take a look over here, you can see this outline here, and that is the approximated outline for Fagradalfjall, our area where Ragnar and Siggy are. There's Ragnar and Siggy Fisher. And we do have a few little quakes there, so I'm kind of happy about that. 9:09 a.m., 0.98 in magnitude, 6.7 kilometers down for that one. Then we've got over here 0.48, 9.5 kilometers down from 21:27 yesterday. A 0.45 from 12 kilometers down yesterday's as well at 21:26. Yesterday's as well from 21:28, a 0.37, 7.1 kilometers down. This 0.42, and that was 14.5 kilometers down from 4:58 a.m. And from 4:05 a.m. we had this 0.36 and 6.3 kilometers down for him. So that'd be kind of related to our Fregadalfjall area, and hopefully that is indicating something moving. And John Raper, you need to put a space in between that weather and then space, and then do it that way. That usually works better. 0.06, 1.1 kilometers down, 4 minutes after 1500 at 3 p.m. And thank you, Peggy, for the 5-minute warning. This one from 12:25 a.m., 0.42, 5.1 clicks down, very close to Kristevik. And we do see a couple more in the lake, and that is a 0.45, 5 kilometers down, 1500. 3 p.m. Their time. This one from 12:06, and that is 0.91, 5.3 kilometers down for him. So that is pretty cool. Wow, Juliet throws in a $4 super chat. Thank you, Juliet. Juliet, that's very kind of you. And get that written down. That's awesome. Thank you for that wonderful support. Sorry, I said £4. That's €4. My bad. But got it anyway. And thank you very much, Juliet. Appreciate the wonderful support. All right, where were we? We were looking at these quakes and LIDAT. What? Oh, I'm trying to figure out what's going on there. Anyway, okay, 0.89, 8 kilometers down, 3:33 this morning for that one. This one is from yesterday, 21:45, 0.39, 7.8 kilometers down. Then we've got a 0 over here, 8.1 clicks down from 17:23. And then a little swarm up here. And this one is from 2:47 a.m., 0.84, 4.1 kilometers down, and that's all cool. Then another, wow, Merry Christmas, Dr. Fox, and all, oink oink. Thank you very kindly, Piggy, for that wonderful super chat, and appreciate it. And that is in pounds, so I'll get that written down, £2. Thank you, Piggy. Appreciate your wonderful support. You're an awesome person. Really are. Or is that an awesome piggy? Anyway, 0.77, 5.7 clicks down, 2:46 a.m. for him. And then he's got a bunch of friends here. We'll grab the 0.99, and that is 4.5 clicks down. I'm going to round it out. 2:46 a.m. And that is pretty cool. And let's leave those guys be and check over here. Okay, nothing at the unpronounceable one, nothing over at Katla, nothing at Hekla. It's all quiet. Everything is quiet. We do have one here at Grimsvatn, and that is a 0.39, 7.2 kilometers down from yesterday at 23:57. And then we have this guy here, a 2.1, a little bit bigger, 1.1 clicks down from 1933 today. So that is cool. And a little bit more activity around Astja, which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure why we've got these kind of all over the place. Anyway, this is a magnitude 1.4, and that is 14 kilometers down from 1250. The other one is a 1.2, 10.5 kilometers down, and that is from 1855. Very cool. And here we go, 0.2, 135 meters down, 11:57 today. 0.32, 1.1 kilometers down, 18 minutes after midnight. Then we've got a 0.51, and that is 5.7 kilometers down to 3:28 a.m. And right at Astja, beside the lake on the east side, we have a 0.95, 6.7 kilometers down, 45 minutes after midnight. The one a little further east here from 1:07 a.m. 0.32, 6.5 kilometers down. Now going up to Herdebreit, we do see a few up here as well. And I'm just going to pick out a couple of the larger ones, but most of them are very small. 0.99, 4.09 kilometers down from yesterday at 23:56. There's another 0.92, 5.3 clicks down, 7:17 a.m. And what else are we going to grab in here? We'll grab this guy here. 0.6 and 6.1 kilometers down from 15:51. Welcome, who came in? Leo Carlson. Welcome, Leo. Glad to have you on board. And did I miss anyone else sneaking in? No, I think we're good for now. And a couple more here. We'll just check on these going up. 6.7 kilometers down for this 0.47 from 9:58. And then we've got this guy at 22:22 yesterday at 0.38 in magnitude, 5.8 kilometers down. And since we did these other ones up top already, we're good to go. And they dropped it down by a couple more there. So 61 quakes in the last 24 hours there for Iceland. That is all we see. And I'm going to put you back onto the lava there at Mount Etna. It's changed shape slightly while we were gone. But that is all cool. And I am going to take a break. It is that time. So for all those good people who are here, please do hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, please do consider subscribing if you feel that this is worthwhile. And on that friendly note, don't go away. I'm your host at DrFox2000 here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, where it's a little bit warmer. It is Christmas Eve. And I just want to say thank you, everyone, for being here, and also thank you to you guys for those wonderful super chats, and that is awesome. I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. Don't go away. Thanks. And there we go. Microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching a VolcanoX live stream. And of course, this is our Christmas Eve stream here tonight. So doing really good. We will have a stream tomorrow. And just I want to remind everyone, Monday there won't be a volcano stream, but we will have the Candy Cane Lane run. So for those who are interested in that, so just be aware of that. Monday night will be a Candy Cane Lane instead of the volcano stream. I can't do both at the same time, obviously. Yeah, Piggy, you already caught that seat. Especially with holding that shotgun, you definitely get that seat. No problem. I won't argue with you. It's always dangerous when you arm a piggy with a shotgun. Anyway, let's Candy Cane Lane run. Yes, that's right. We're going to go drive down Candy Cane Lane. So I will be mobile doing my thing, and hopefully that is going to work. So we'll give it a whirl, and that is tentative. That's not 100%. If we get a miracle, a snowstorm, we're probably not going to do anything, but we'll see what we get. I definitely sitting in the back seat. I was a second. There you go, Juliet. Which one do you want? Right behind the driver's seat, or do you want the one behind Piggy's seat and on the passenger side? And then, of course, that's the bench in the back. What time in the UK for Candy Cane Lane? Same time as the stream normally starts. It'll be around 5 p.m. or thereabouts. So pretty much close to the same time as the regular volcano stream. And I'm not sure how long it will take to get through it, since we don't know how much traffic there is. So that is all good. Did I hear shotgun? Yeah, Piggy's got the shotgun, Kathy, so be careful. Anyway, let's carry on with our next volcano. Got to make this a roll, otherwise we're going to get in trouble. Anyway, this one is not so busy. This is the Azores. We are on the island of São Jorge, or if you want to pronounce it in Portuguese, São Jorge. And there you go. There's the little town right there close to the harbor. This is one of the towns and one of the harbors. The harbor is really well lit. You can see the lights of Pico Island over off in the distance. And is that Santa's reindeer trail? I don't know. That might be reindeer exhaust up there. Uncertain at this point, but it could be. Kevin Haynes throws in a $5 super chat. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all. Thank you very kindly, Kevin. Kevin Haynes. Get it written down here, and there we go. Thank you for that $5 super chat, Kevin. Muchly appreciated, and very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all, and you as well. Anyway, looking at that, that's not so bad. Looks like it might be a little clearer weather. We do have larger waves coming in, though, and telling us the ocean is a little bit rougher, as you can see by the white water here in the cove, or bay, whatever you want to call that little bay here. Anyway, lots of white water, so be careful if you're there. Don't go too close to the beach, and you'll get washed away, and that would be a shame on a Christmas Eve. Or Christmas, yeah, it's technically still Christmas Eve there at 2042, so Santa is probably just getting ready to get there. Anyway, nice part too is we were looking here and going, hey, no earthquakes still. So they are kind of without quakes for a couple of days on the island of São Jorge. But let's look in the area. Going to refresh that and see what it is looking like right now on the other map. And where are we? We're indicating one quake. And where is that quake? Just to make that map a little bigger. There you can see the island of São Jorge, Pico Island, Fayal Island, Terceira over here, and going down, following the East Azores Ridge, or East Azores Fault, I should say. There it is from 22 hours ago, 2.7, and that happened 1.9 miles down, or 3 kilometers down. That's actually yesterday's at 10:29 p.m. their time. So that's it for earthquakes for there, and all good. We don't need to worry about those. Going to put it back onto that screen and switch it and move to our next one. And of course that is Popocatépetl. I gotta find where my gray screens are. There they are. Yep, Volcano Gray at Popocatépetl. And unfortunately it's been kind of hit and miss trying to find it along the way. This one camera did go down for a while, so we didn't have it, but if we go to, that's kind of the best view you got there of the mountain right now. Let's go to the next one here. see if we can find something on that one. And that one was showing at, oh, that really went back far. 2:49 a.m. we see that. Let's get it into some daylight here. This is the longer range shot, but this is a morning shot at 6:20 a.m. A beautiful sunrise happening there, and of course you can see the billowing of material coming out of there. Dr. Fox and all you folks, have a great Christmas. I gotta run. Full circle, Florida. Take care. Merry Christmas to you, and don't be shy. Come back tomorrow if you can. If you can't, no worries. And happy holidays and Merry Christmas. All right, that's kind of what we were seeing there earlier, and then if we let it go, the sunrise actually was pretty awesome there from what we were seeing. That does look pretty good. And let's carry on though. During the course of the day, we did have a couple of little shots coming out of it, and I'm not sure if there was lava involved in there or not. We couldn't see it earlier when I looked, so that was just before 8:20 where it popped there. And the other ones were kind of in cloud, and that's what we got. Couldn't see a heck of a lot, so I'm going to put it back to alive. It continued to stay in the clouds. That's what we've got going on there. This is a Fuego right now, and Fuego not very visible. If we go back, there were a couple of pops out of Fuego, not in this spot, but that is it when it was clear. And let's see if we can get to, there was some in the earlier times here in the morning that were pretty darn big. So I want to get to about here, and we'll see if we can show that. This, of course, Fuego, I didn't mention where Popocatépetl is. That's about 70 kilometers south of Mexico City. Whereas this is a little further down south in Central America. This is in Fuego in Guatemala, of course, and it continues to do its thing, and his other buddy that is there as well, continuing to do its thing. I want to see if there was actual lava. I can't see it. Well, I don't know if there was lava in there. It's pretty hard to see with all that daylight, but we sure do have a very dark plume coming out of there. So lots of tephra, lots of ash, all kinds of different things. And that is what was coming out this morning at 6:36 a.m. their time. And looked pretty awesome. And welcome to Billy Bob Joe. Glad to have you on board. Merry Christmas to you. And yeah, it kept on going there for a while. If we advance it, you can see multiple shots coming out, and more material rolling off the side of the hill. So you know that there was more ejecta there going down. You can see a lot of the dust being raised. And that is a good indicator that it kept on doing its thing. I'm advancing this 10 seconds at a time here, so we can see, you know, it's not just a little short blip. It actually kept on going for quite some time, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time here, but it does look neat, and it kept on going and going and going. So a few of those happened today. That is what we were seeing there, so I'm going to leave that one be. We can always check on it later if we got time. This is popping over to San Miguel, and that is in El Salvador. And we can see a beautiful lenticular cloud has built itself up on top of the crater. And I'm just trying to find the early morning stuff here. This morning we did see a little bit of smoke coming out of it. This was our dawn picture. And let's see if we can get to it. They were moving the camera around, by the way. They do that there every once in a while, and I think this is about where it is. There, you can see the smoke coming off of that left-hand side in the back. And not much, but it is continuing to do it once in a while, and that is pretty awesome. This is further on. I think that, whoop, they switched it. Darn it, they keep moving it. That antenna's going to break off. It shouldn't be wobbling like that. Or this one over here. Whenever you have things moving like that, it's going to go snap on the bottom. That's aluminum, especially when it gets cold. Anyway, let's not worry about it. Here's some more puffing from it, and I'm not sure if that is from the volcano. Looks certainly looks like it, and that's coming again out of that left-hand side. So possibly a vent going to open up in there. Let's get back to our current time, if it will let us. There we go. That lenticular cloud not looking so cool right now, but I'm sure it'll rebuild itself. Oh, it's buffering. Let's not worry about it. Anyway, let's carry on. This, of course, a little further south from El Salvador. This is down in Nicaragua, Momotombo, and you can see what it is doing right now, off-gassing fairly heavily, and not doing too much else than that. And that is it for our Central American stuff. I'm going to put it back on Popocatépetl so I can find it later. Next volcano up on our list is this one, Merapi. And is Merapi going to make us happy, or is it going to be a blue face all the way through? It's in the gray. It doesn't love us today. It's hiding. And I think, yep, I don't see it anywhere. I didn't see it earlier either. I was trying to figure out, are we going to see it at all? So no views of Merapi, unfortunately, but that's okay. We'll leave it be, and we'll go over to the next one. This is Mount Ruapehu in New Zealand. And if we go back a little bit, there was a visibility of Mount Ruapehu earlier. I could swear I've seen some of it anyway. And where are we here? Let's see if we can, well, about here, kind of in between the broken clouds. You can see where it is. Looks like the snow is melting a little bit more, and that is all good. Oops, I missed an O. What happened? Oh. Coaster little field. Yeah. Oh, okay. That could be bad. Yeah. Bad, Sue. Bad typo. Bad typo. Santa's wonky donkey. Merry Christmas to you, and welcome. And here was earlier where we seen the mountain out of the clouds for the most part, but snow definitely melting on that thing, and maybe we'll see it without the snow completely soon. Anyway, carrying on, let's go take a quick peek at the chart for Taupo and Taupor. Anyway, fairly quiet and not doing a heck of a lot there, and that is all okay. I'm kind of glad that they're not going to have an eruption right now. And a quick shot over at the other stuff. There is the lake view, and that is Taupo. That is the caldera. It's full of water, and you can almost see it, and that is Mount Ruapehu back there. So it's snow covered. It's hard to see, but it's in behind those clouds right there. And that is pretty cool, pretty awesome. Let's leave that be. And they're still driving on the wrong side of the road. When are they going to learn? I'm kidding. It's all good. Okay, putting it back to this, and let's get on to our next volcano. And that should be Merapi, if, no, not Merapi, the other one, and the other one isn't working. How come? It was earlier. All right, I don't know what happened. It's reloading slowly. That site seems to be getting slower and slower. I'm not sure what the heck is going on there, but hopefully it'll go. Thank you, Piggy, for the 5-minute warning. And there it goes. Slow as molasses. Anyway, there is, there is some commercials. Let's take a look at the other one, and we'll refresh that while those commercials are playing. And just have a quick look. And no, we're not going to take a look at Krakatau today. Let's skip these ads. All right, there we go. Yep, they got some horrible colors there too, unfortunately. We don't see a heck of a lot going on, and not sure what we can do with that. Even when we go back, we don't see it. So yep, stormy stuff. It is the rainy season there, so not much we can do. Trots over to Dr. Fox, coffee and slams. Yeah, slams. All right, Piggy, you don't have to show off. Piggy, what I would recommend though is your Tim Tams. Tim Tams. You make sure you put them in the fridge first for a little while, cool them down, and they make a better straw if they stay cool. And that'll also stop the mess of the chocolate all over your fingers, or hang on, in your case, your trotters. So, yeah, put them in the fridge first, so that'll work. Anyway, all right, at least that's what I've. Hey, the first ones, yeah, it was a mess. Anyway, let's pop over to this one, and we'll get that picture moving. Why is it all still? It looks like it's frozen. There we go. We got the birds flying now. Anyway, there you go. That is, we snuck all the way over to Japan real quick, and that's a good idea, Dr. Fox, putting Tim Tams in the fridge. Yep. Especially if you're going to do the slamming thing. And I think that is easier that way. But they do get, if you're doing a hot chocolate, they do get very mushy very quickly. So, yeah, make sure you got a few. And be ready for a chocolate overdose. Anyway, we did see this doing something nice today. And I don't know if we can go back far enough to see it, but let's see. It had a burp earlier, and I might not be able to get back far enough. Darn it! I should have recorded it. Oh yeah, we'll make it. No worries. And let's see. Not there. How about right about here? And we'll advance it a little bit and give you a little peek. It did actually throw out some lava today, which was very surprising to me, which was nice. I used that, I do believe I used that one for my thumbnail today, so I was actually very impressed here. Let's see if we can get that up to the right spot, and just about there. And we'll let that play through a little bit more. Should be somewhere around there. Oh, there comes the glow, and here comes the pop, and that was kind of a nice light show coming out of Sakurajima there in Japan, and that was pretty awesome. We don't see it doing that often. But it did it last night, technically, their time, and that was at 1954, and it looked really, really cool, so we liked it. Anyway, pretty awesome to have seen that, so I thought it was worthy of having a peek, and you guys being able to enjoy that, and it was reasonably clear weather there, and a fairly good view for a nighttime shot. So we like that. That was pretty awesome. You can still see the glow of the lava there as it is cooling off on the side of the mountain. Anyway, looked really, really cool. Let's just go over to the other one for a second, and let's line that up on here as well so you can see it close up. And hopefully that'll be close. No, we need to go to somewhere around here. 19, no, a little bit more. And we can watch this up on the close-up cam as well. It did look fairly interesting. Well, a little bit more. There we go. How about right there? And yeah, we'll go advance it a couple of shots here. And you'll be able to see it on the close-up cam. Now, I know right now it doesn't look like much, but the close-up cam did show fairly well when this thing did pop. And that should be happening any second. And let's see, somewhere around here. Oh, 1954 is what I wrote down for the time, so should be, there it comes, and whoosh, and there you go. And that is some nice fireworks, lava bombs coming out. So make sure you have your hard hat on. And don't be too darn close. You'll get nailed. And that does look nice though. And very pretty. And some of those lava bombs were falling well after the first ones. Very, very cool. And a very good year, 1954. Yeah, I suppose. And yep, John, that's exactly what I thought it was. It was pretty cool. Anyway, you guys, we're going to leave it as that for right now. I'm going to put you back onto our lava flow at Mount Etna. And that is there. And I am going to go take a break. After the break, of course, we will go take a look at the bacon seeds. And then we will go from there, and we will compress the rest of the show. I'll likely get into the SO2 really, really quickly, and the weather, and get it done. So, like I said today, maximum 2 hours of a show and no more. So, I'll be back in a little bit, taking that break. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already. It would be great. And also, if you are new and sitting on the outside, please do consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. And on that friendly note, I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. Don't go away. Keep smiling. Thanks. go. I have got the microphone back on. Welcome back, everyone. And I don't know how that happened. All of a sudden, we got Santa Tracker on here. Apparently, he is over in Africa there somewhere, doing something in Algiers or thereabouts. Dumping a whole bunch of presents. Oh, there he goes. He's getting ready to go again. I don't know where he's going now. Traveling at ultimate speed. So, looks like Tunis is his next stop. Then I guess maybe over to Sicily. I see he has already gotten over in Greece and those areas. Well, he didn't get Greece here, but certainly did get over in Piggy's area. So, yep, she's right. I warned him, Sue. I will snout Bob if he don't leave you. You what? Who's bugging Sue? And yeah, don't bug Sue. Sue is a good person. Anyway. Let's finish up with Japan really quickly. And, what happened to Japan? Something I got fuzzy there. Let me fix that. Next one's in Japan. Of course, this was Suwanoshi-jima. Down in the southern portions of Japan, it's buffering. I don't think we got a very good signal there. 7:41 is when it quit. We do see it is continuing to smoke and emit gases. Don't see any lava flying out of there, so pretty cool, but that's all good. Anyway, thank you for the welcome backs from all of you like Leo and Sue and Kevin Haynes and Albagirl and Yvonne waving hi. Welcome, Yvonne. Glad that you made it. And Merry Christmas to you. And also thanks John and Kevin Williams and Hermione and Fluffy and Piggy and everyone else. Glad to have you all on board, and Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. Anyway, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. Of course, that is Mount Fuji today. Looks pretty beautiful as far as the sights, and that is pretty awesome. And let's go back over here and take a look at this. Santa is on his way. It looks like he's heading over to Malta, I think. I'm not sure. And yep, Malta first, then Sicily. All right, Yvonne, you could have had your Christmas presents earlier if you would have been in Sicily. Anyway, there we go. Let me switch this silliness to where the heck is that? There's the Santa tracker. We want to switch that to the other shot, and let's see if we can do this. Yellowstone National Park. Ooh, Sasquatch. Just in time, I watched the Sasquatch wander around. This is Yellowstone National Park. And of course, we are seeing one of the geysers do its thing. And I don't know if that's a Sasquatch taking pictures or what the heck that is down there. But definitely bipedal movement. And it does look big and kind of black in color. Possibly furry. I have no idea. Anyway, wow. Tall man that big. Yeah, that's not a man, Kathy. That's a Sasquatch. Anyway, all good. And, yeah, that does kind of look like a Sasquatch, too, doesn't it? He's checking out the steam bath. Yeah, we got to do seeds. Thanks, Piggy. I just figured I'd want to show the Sasquatch first. Anyway, this was the last one from yesterday, and we'll see what Piggy sent me today and sent for us. So let's take a look there. Look what the dogs did. Oh yeah, I think we've seen this one before. The pigs are innocent, of course. They are very innocent. They haven't done anything wrong. Yeah. Oh, what a mess. Yep, I blame it on the dogs too. And here's our next one. And that one is, what's it say? AMPA registered piglets coming to a couch near you. Oh boy, is that what we're looking for? Do we have couches? That'll be pretty neat and awesome. And next one is this guy, and what's that say? Oh, I gotta get those other pictures out of the background. There we go. The best therapist has a snout. There you go. That is cool. And I guess if your therapist has a smug grin and a snout, he knows what he's talking about. Next one on our list is this one. And I wish I could text my pig when I'm not home. Tell him I miss him. See what he's doing and ask him to take a selfie for me. There you go. Anyway, yep, you need to get that happening and get that cell phone working. Anyway, next bacon seeds are this one here. And this one says, clean your house for 2 hours. Watch the pig you chose to add to your family. Destroy it in less than 10 minutes. Repeat daily for 20 years. Welcome to pig parenthood. I love it. That little guy, I don't think he's 20 years old though. Looks too young, and that is pretty cool, pretty awesome. And let's get to our next one and see what we've got. This one is out sniffing I sniff the air for pollen. Oh, he's a pollen sniffer. All right. I got a thistle and not a pig. Oh, yeah. Well, piggy, I guess you're going to end up with the same thing. Anyway, here's the next one, and that one is to make you smile. This smiles for you, according to what it says, and that is a beautiful looking little piggy smiling. And let's see if we have anything a little more festive here. And we've got an ornament, and I'd like to know where we can get that ornament so we can send it to Piggy. Merry Christmas, Piggy. That would be cool for you. And she can wreck the hun in 2 minutes. There you go. And our last bacon seed, yeah, that's a tree swinging ornament. It is. And the last one we've got is this guy here, or these two. I guess or three. They're under the tree getting their presents. So I don't know if they're early or late, or depends on where they live. But definitely Santa time for them. So that is all cool and awesome. All right, that's it for our bacon seeds. Pop back over to our wonderful show with the Sasquatch in it, if he's still there. And, he's just leaving. You can see him on the left side there, taking off. All right, he's gone. Sasquatch moved. Darn it. All right, let's keep going. Tracking Santa. Sicily has been had. He's now in Italy. Santa is in Italy. He's coming. For all those that haven't got hit with Santa yet, he's on his way. So it's a magic after all, you guys. So we'll leave that there. Let's go over to Hawaii, and we'll see. He's just done Naples, and he's now in Rome. And Sasquatch taking a steam bath. Alba girl, you're probably right. And Yvonne, are you heading out? I missed that. Okay, bedtime. Have a beautiful day/night, everyone, and enjoy your Christmas. Stay safe and warm. See you tomorrow. Good night. Good night, Yvonne. Take care. All the best and pleasant dreams, and hope Santa brings you something nice. And take care, please. All right. All right, that's Santa's tracking. Let's go over. We'll keep an eye on that. Oh, we can get rid of the banner on here. That doesn't need to be used. There we go. So that, of course, is Hawaii, and the caldera there at Kilauea. That was our lava pond. It is cooled off, and it looks like it is contracting and not really doing a heck of a lot. This is from yesterday, that picture. Let's see what today's picture brings us. A little bit more steam and smoke, but no new lava, so that is pretty self-explanatory. And we'll pop over to the next view. This is yesterday's as well, or no, hang on, from the yesterday's 23rd. That date is a little bit backwards there in comparison to the other one. So anyway, we'll take a refreshed look. There we go. That is a current photo, and there's your primary vent underneath there somewhere. The little Hornito used to be there. Lava pond sits behind that cloud, so we don't see it, and nowhere near as much off-gassing around the edges, and that is all okay, but I guess it is what it is. Thermal shot, yesterday's is what it looked like, and everything is cooling down. There's your lava pond. Only about half of it is still got some heat. As far as we see up on top, the rest of it is down below. And this is the refreshed from 11:02 today, their time in Hawaii. We don't see too much new activity here at all, so things are quiet, and I'm still waiting for this thing to cave in, and we'll see what happens in the future. And let's see if this picture will refresh for us. No, it doesn't want to. And no updates are required. And this one will redo and see if we see any new shots. From the 24th, the camera is still crooked. And that is what it looks like, kind of, sort of, at Fisher 3. And if we go to the other ones and take a look at some of the other photos, they are depicting the same sort of thing. We don't see quite as much snow, but there is still snow up there on top. And we do see it on this shot, though, still ice in front of the lens. And still snow off in the distance. Yep, definitely a white Christmas for some of those areas. Thank you for the 4-minute warning there, Piggy. And that one looks pretty green, and this is normal. That's the extent of that lava flow. And of course, what is that, a saddle road right in here. We see that there are some cars on there. You can see them, very small little things, but they are there. So that is pretty cool. And here's a shot from Mauna Kea looking over at Mauna Loa. We see the lava, the snow up top there, and the snow down on the bottom here. And yep, that frosty shot also from Mauna Kea looking over at Mauna Loa's snow cap. And that's kind of what we see. And of course, this is the refreshed caldera shot of Mauna Loa's crater, and you can see that snow is still there and hasn't gone anywhere. So pretty cool, pretty awesome. It's going to be cold enough to keep it there. That's kind of neat. Anyway, I'm going to put that back up to the top so I know where to look for it, and that is all cool. And pop it back here. Let's carry on with our next thing, and I think what we're going to do is really do a very, very quick thing on earthquakes, and not worry about it so much. It is 2 minutes to a break time, and I'm not going to go through Hawaiian earthquakes. We'll just take a peek and see. We do have a couple up here on Mauna Loa, 2.1 from yesterday at 22:59. and that is 2.7 kilometers above sea level. There's also this 1.9 up there yesterday as well, same depth, 2.9 kilometers above sea level from 1749. This one is over in Two Pineapples' backyard, and that is 2.5, and that happened at 12:57, 11.6 kilometers down. I hope he didn't feel that over there. Anyway, the brand new one at Kilauea, 1.9, 14:58 is the time on that one. That's 2 kilometers below sea level. And really not anything super special there right now in that area. Not going to worry about the rest, otherwise we'll be here all day, and we got to compress the stream a little bit. And we do see this one, 4.5 off the coast of Mexico, and that is from 10:23, 10 kilometers down for that guy. We don't see too much else other than going south here. And Ecuador, 4.1, 22:49 yesterday, 176.8 kilometers down for him. Then we've got a bigger one here in Chile, 5.0 from today at 13:02, 171 clicks down. And then there was the 4.5 from yesterday at 21:33, and that was 196.5 clicks down. Also here in Chile from today at 5:27 a.m. a 4.3, sliding over, looking at New Zealand real quick. We don't see anything there, but up here on the Kermadec Ridge, 5.0. Yesterday's 2100, and that was at 12.6 kilometers down. And this one over here in Fiji, 4.4 from today at 13:17, 567.7 kilometers down. This one is Papua New Guinea, 4.7, 18:47 was the time on it yesterday, 40.4 kilometers down. And then we see this one here, 4.8 down to sea, 17:53 yesterday, 123 kilometers down. And this one, 5.0, and that is just off the coast of, hopefully it didn't shake anything too much, off the coast of Java here in Indonesia. 29.3 clicks down, 13:57 was the time on it. Then we see this guy, 5.5, and that's Bonin Island area, Japan, 1:35 a.m., 521 kilometers down for him. And we also see this one, 4.6, and that is up here in the Russian islands, Kuril Island area, from 18:39 yesterday. And then a bigger one over here, 5.1 over in Iran. And I hope that isn't going to cause too many shakers there, but that is what we've got on our earthquake map. It is a time to take a break, you guys, and what we will do is come back very quickly with our wonderful Canary Islands, and then we will pop over and do a revised quick weather. So Gail Moore, welcome. Glad to have you on board. As I am in the UK, I don't always get to watch the lives, but I do catch up. Merry Christmas with extra lava, and thanks, Gail. And yeah, on the weekends I try to do them earlier, of course, which is a little bit better for time for you guys. But yep, there's always the replay, and you are welcome to watch that. Anyway, I'm going to put you back over to that lovely lava there in Sicily. And the camera does go in and out of focus a little bit, so don't panic. It should improve. And on that note, I am going to go take that break. I'll throw some music on for you, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Don't go away. Keep smiling. Hit that like button if you haven't done so yet, and subscribe if you feel we've earned it. I'll be back. And there we go. I've got the microphone back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000. You're watching a VolcanoX, a live stream. And thank you for the welcome backs from Sue Hayes and Hermione and Fluffy and Albergirl. And good night to Kevin Haynes, and Merry Christmas to you. I see Santa is just about at getting closer to your house anyway, not quite at your house. At least last I checked, and that's where we seen him. There he is. He's in Herzegovina, and he's on his way. He's going somewhere now. Anyway, that is where Santa is right now, so yep, we definitely are keeping track. Thank you for the welcome backs from John Raper as well. Thanks, and anyway, we'll carry on with looking at our wonderful, oh, hang on, wasn't a volcano map we wanted. We wanted to take a look in the, let's see, where's that darn thing? There it is. We wanted to look in the Canary Islands, see what we've got for quakes. We see a flashing star in between Tenerife and Gran Canaria again. And that looks like it is the latest one, 9 kilometers down. It's a 1.7 in magnitude from 11:03 their time. Not a heck of a lot of quakes going on today, or are there? There's, let's zoom into La Palma. We'll just get the La Palma ones. And there we go. One that is just about underneath Cumbre Vieja's lava flow, 1.09 kilometers down. 2:58 a.m. Then 4:07 a.m. we had one a little further to the south, the island, 1.6, and that is 12 kilometers down, and a 1.2 up on top of the ridge, 8 kilometers down, 6:25 a.m. And that is it for there. Nothing else really to report. If we zoom all the way out, these two are old, and we're not going to worry about them, so that is all good. Next one, of course, is our volcano location map, and I looked at it earlier. Really not too much else going on there, so we're going to jump right over that into the SO2, and we'll get into that one. I'm going to refresh that, though. That is still a couple hours ago, and this is now. And happy to report that we are seeing a lot more beautiful blue again in the western portions of North America, as the SO2 is starting to dissipate. Even out here in the Atlantic Ocean, it looks so much better. Same thing with in Africa, and getting into Europe, Spain and France. That means a lot of the other areas will be decreasing as well, even up here in England and Iceland as well. So that is nice to see. I'm not going to worry about too much on this map right now. We do see some hot spots here down in, I guess it would be Ecuador and yeah, mostly Ecuador. So we've got some activity there. We'll figure that out for tomorrow's show. Not going to worry about it right now. Everything else pretty quiet there in Australia, New Zealand, normal, and Vanuatu. Nothing out of the ordinary in the Philippines, and nothing out of the ordinary in Japan or the Kamchatka Peninsula. So I will leave that guy be. Let's get over to our weather map. I do have to refresh that one so we get something current. And we are going to do this one fairly quick. I'm not going to worry about too much here. So this, of course, being up here in Alaska, they are pretty cold right now, still in the interior portions. Very cold, down to a minus 43 that we see there in the Yukon. And I seen a minus 47 up there. That is pretty nasty in that spot, and it might even be a little colder in some of those places, but that is kind of right in between Northwest Territories and Nunavut. As we can see though, the warm is pushing back in, trying to get some of that cold back out, which is really nice. And a little bit of a reprieve for us. The people out on the western side of Canada getting a lot better. And same thing goes for the really cold stuff is not pushing down as far as it was yesterday. So looking a lot better there. Toronto coming in at a minus 12 degrees Celsius. Montreal minus 9. And we see Quebec City at about minus 12 as well. So minus 14, minus 15 down on the panhandle there. Sue Hayes, Cole Harbor, tropical, 2 degrees. Oh, Sue, that is fantastic. And I'm glad that you're basking in the sunshine. A little colder to the province to the north of you, though, down to a minus 13 up on the top end of New Brunswick. And over here in Newfoundland, and wow, 6 degrees out on the peninsulas, and that is pretty awesome. So some warm temperatures for those good people. We see the western coastline is warming up a little bit. Portland coming in at about 4 degrees. San Jose made it up to 14 today, and LA back in the 20s. Holy mackerel, at 25 degrees. Death Valley, 21 degrees. That is awesome. Las Vegas made it back up to 18. Phoenix, 21. Now I see why Gary was saying he didn't want to tell us about his temperature. That guy. Anyway, 21 in Tucson as well. Texas still cold as all get out, though. San Antonio only a 4. Houston 4, Austin 2, Dallas at 0 or 1, depending on where you point it. New Orleans at 2, and looks like down in Florida, you better cover up those orange trees. It is mighty cold. 11 there in Miami. That is not good. And Atlanta coming in at minus 5 degrees Celsius. And Grandma B's house coming in at minus 4 degrees Celsius. Brr! And that is very cold. And for them, it's t-shirt weather for me, but I don't know. Philadelphia minus 10, New York minus 11, and Boston about minus 9 or 10 as well. I didn't check Halifax. Halifax sitting at 1 degree above freezing. Okay, Central America, looking at the Baja of Mexico and that side warming up drastically. Mexico City, I made it to about 15, 16 today, a lot better. Cancun, only 23 today, but I'm sure it will warm up in a couple of days. And we are seeing Central America, they've got some heat in some spots there, at up to 32 here in Colombia. And we are seeing some good weather there in as far as temperatures in Brazil and Paraguay, and not so good in Uruguay, a little cooler, but we see the heat went all the way down into the bottom of Argentina. So that is awesome. Sliding over to New Zealand real quick, and they look pretty toasty as well. 20 in Christchurch. And thanks Echo the Bot for renewing your membership. And we've got 19 in Wellington, and South and North Islands both look a lot more livable today. And we've got 22 up in Auckland, and about the same up in Grenzet's area. Quick peek at Hobart, about 18 degrees today. A little bit cooler there on the west side. The east is beautiful though. And Leo's home, about 20 in Melbourne right now. Adelaide coming in at 24, and 23 in Sydney. If we slide over to Perth, that's about 21 right now. And I am jealous. Those are nice temperatures. And Oz, dear, Oz has got 24 degrees Celsius. What a beautiful temperature. And there you go. and we are seeing some highs up in the low 30s, I guess, for the most part. So not too bad out there. We do still see that storm out in the northern portions sliding along, and taking a look at the rest of it here. We do see the Philippine, Indonesian, and Malaysian area a little on the cooler side today, but that is okay. Weather for Bangkok coming in at a blistery, 22 it says there. It says 18, 19, 20 in here, depending on where you hold the mouse. Thank you, Sue, for bringing that up. That is actually quite cold for them, and they are not used to those temperatures. Just wait till they get the snow. Only 23, 24 in Manila. That's quite cold too. And we're seeing, very cold temps. Well, we see Sakurajima has snow on it, so obviously it's got to be colder there in Japan. We see some frigid cold temperatures there in Seoul, all the way down to minus 13, and that is not good for the Koreans. Northern Japan, -4, -5, depending on where you are. Kamchatka Peninsula, actually a little bit warmer today, so it's not that bad, but still cold. Darien, down here, that storm still working away, and we still see that low off the coast of Sri Lanka doing its thing. And I always thought it was going to go further up here into the Bay of Bengal, but it hasn't. So anyway, looking at this, Cape Town, a little cooler today as well. 17 for their big high temperature. Mind you, it's nighttime over there, so that's to be expected. And still looking pretty decent there in Madagascar, and looking at Central Africa, normal. A little cool still in the Sahara Desert, and only about 12 degrees, 13 degrees in Cairo. And are you heading out, Tom? You take care, and a good night to you, my friend, and a Merry Christmas, of course. Be safe and take care. We see a little bit warmer there in UAE and Oman, and even down here in Yemen, bottom half of Saudi Arabia, a little bit better, so pretty cool, or warmer. And Piggy's house, I don't know, what's the temperature at Piggy's house? About 16, or is the map lying to us again? Let's see if we bring up Piggy's temperature. Sue's going to bring it up. Thank you, Sue. And that is 12 degrees. All right, so that's not that bad. She said she had 31 in the sun today at the barbecue, and that was pretty cool. I didn't load that barbecue picture. That would make everyone jealous. But we want to compress the show today, so that's kind of what we're leaving out a few things. Anyway, warmer in Sicily, we see that, same as Italy. Naples are making it to 14, Rome only 8 or 9, and there we go. We got Milano at 8, and that's not so bad. Looking out here at the coastal areas of our wonderful Irish monk, a new Irish monk land, Sardinia, not bad, and still haven't heard from him. Portugal, coastal areas are very nice, getting into the interior a little bit cooler, and not too bad of temperatures in Spain, and in France, Alps are cool, and a little bit nicer there, 6 degrees in Munich, Frankfurt coming in at 6, Cologne making it to 8, and that is close to Yvonne's house, so she's got really good temperatures there, and 6 there in Berlin, and 6 there in Hamburg, and of course Copenhagen coming in at about 3. London all the way up to 9. Wow, Plymouth down on the bottom here at 11. So a little warmer trend coming in here, blowing with that Gulf winds, Gulf Stream, and we like that. And actually, it's not bad in most of England and even in Ireland. So Doolin somewhere around 5 or 6 degrees Celsius over there. Hopefully, no rain. Sliding up into Oslo, a minus 14, 15 up there, and a minus 6 over in Stockholm. St. Petersburg, 2 degrees. Moscow coming in at minus 1. So that's what we've got. Riga, minus 5. Iceland, we still see the very cold areas there and some heavy winds going around it. And Sue is bringing up the Reykjavik weather. It says minus 6 on the map here. We'll see what they say, but dress warm if you're going to go look at a volcano covered with snow. Minus 6, there we go. That gives you a pretty good idea. All right, quick peek at the precipitation. Not going to talk too much about it. We see this mess in the western portions of Canada, and that's coming. We'll see some more snow tonight. I don't know how much of this is going to make it past the Rockies, but we do see the west coast is getting nailed, and still some snow around the Great Lakes and northern Ontario, northern Quebec. Lots of snow happening. Of course, and this looks like New York is getting some of it as well, possibly in Buffalo, and that should be right there. Yeah, those poor guys. More snow in Buffalo, just what they need. Maybe a little bit of snow coming for Sioux as well, and then we see those warmer climates off the coast here on Newfoundland. The Labrador getting nailed big time with snow and possibly a pile of rain there on the Newfoundland exteriors, if you will. And sliding, looking at the rest of the states here, looks like Washington has got a pile of ice rain, as well as into Oregon. Stops once it gets into California. Not very much rain in Florida. That's okay. Looking at the south, we see it is the Yucatan Peninsula still getting nailed with all kinds of different storm activity. Central America here, Panama, and that getting some as well. Amazon rainforest, well, hey, here in Brazil, that's to be expected. And then we see Argentina, a little bit of stuff up in the top, but not much. And same with Uruguay, he's got a little bit of rain, as well as Paraguay. Not too bad down on the southern Chilean coast. And New Zealand, a little bit of rain on the west side of the South Island, and not much else. We do see a couple of little spots here and there, but nothing too severe. There's that storm up in the northern portions of Australia, still there, doing its thing. And of course, we see the rainy season there in our Indonesian, Malaysian, and Philippine area. They are getting nailed with all kinds of different storms and so on. As we mentioned, Darian before, out here in the Indian Ocean, as well as that low just off of Sri Lanka. And more snow coming off of the Sea of Japan onto Japan. And we see that low here is not helping it. It's actually a double low, and that is also pulling down some cold air onto the Kamchatka Peninsula. Normal rain, Central Africa, nothing in the Sahara, of course. A little bit here, and that is in, well, I don't know what country that is, but Tel Aviv, that must be, well, this is Israel. I don't know, is that Jordan? I think that's Jordan, and they are getting some of it. So, and Piggy is not getting rain right now. There's some to the north of Piggy, though, so she might get a little bit of rain. And nothing there in Sicily, a little bit on the boot of Italy, some fog all over the place. We see that. And here's the system that, of course, the Gulf Stream brings a lot of that moisture along with it. Echo the bot, echo the bot, echo the bot. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Merry, 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 merry Christmas, 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 Christmas. Welcome, Echo. And we do see here in Portugal and the top northwest tip of Spain, they are getting nailed. And of course, we got some rain in France and in Germany and in Belgium. Not too bad. Bottom end of let's see, bottom end of Holland as well as Luxembourg getting some rain there. Looking at Denmark, rain and snow mixed in a few spots. Poland's getting some rain there, and not too bad in the southern portions of Norway or Sweden. It doesn't get nasty till you get up to the northern areas there with the coast. Up in Norway getting nailed, not so bad in Finland. We do have this out here, so if you're on some of those islands, you're probably not liking Christmas right now. Anyway, there is what's happening there in Iceland. Pretty nasty looking weather, so we don't like it. Anyway, that is what we've got on our weather map today. Gonna switch it over real quick and gonna do a real quick hunt for the cold temps of the day. And I'm going to say a minus 43 for Antarctica right off the bat. Oh, minus 44. Let's do minus 44 in Antarctica. There we go. And then we'll zoom out. Zoom out. That's the other way on that mouse. And we'll go to Greenland. We do know Greenland had some horribly cold temperatures right in the middle here. Minus 53. I seen minus 54 earlier. There it is. Minus, where's that? 55. There it is. Minus 55. So, yep, that's what we've got. So minus 55 there in Greenland. I'm not going to worry about the rest. I'm not going to hunt too much. Northern portions of Canada are kind of chilly, depends on where you go. And I think the cold spots, I didn't really check this earlier, but let's take a look up here. Minus 46 so far, still peaking. And let's see, there's got to be some colder stuff here somewhere. I seen it colder earlier, so I wonder if the day warmed it up a little bit. Minus 47. Let's just check a couple other spots. The really cold spots, and yeah, I don't see it there. Minus 40 something. No, minus 42 there. It's got to be down here where the minus 47 was. Minus 40 somethings. Yeah, it's horribly cold. Minus 46. No, where's my 47? Where's the other numbers? Okay, well, I think I'm going to have to live with a minus 47. Let's take a look in this area. A little warmer there, minus 43, 45, and well, yeah, I think minus 47 is the best I'm going to be able to do up there for right now, unless there's something colder here in this area. We'll take a quick peek, and whoop, hang on, minus 46. 47. Yeah, a 48. Minus a 48 there in the Yukon, and that is going along the river here. So pretty cold, and I'm gonna stick with a minus 48 for there. And let's go to Siberia and see what we've got there. And Siberia should be balmy temperatures today. I'm thinking Looks like the really massive cold has let go for a little while for those good people. So far looking pretty good for the most part. I see a minus 45, 46 over here, and that is not in the Siberian area, but minus 46. And let's see what else we got. Yeah, I think that is about it. A minus 46 for the cold areas, unless there's something over here that I missed. Minus 43. Let's see this area. No, I don't see too much else. Minus 44. No, I think I'm going to have to stick with that minus 46 number. So that is what I've got. A minus 46. There we go. 57 minutes ago. Yep. All right. So, yep. You got those temperatures right there. And thanks, Sue. And I guess I don't know if you beat me or not. Hang on. Where's your temps? 44 in Antarctica. So we tied on that. You got a minus 51 in the Arctic, and what did I say? Greenland, a minus 55. I beat you by 1 degree there, and you whooped me with your other one there. So, yep, Siberia 46. And yeah, darn it, you win there, Sue. No worries. Oh, we tied in Siberia. That is awesome. And yeah, so the only one that you beat me in was in the Arctic. Okay, so that's all cool. No problem. And anyway, then you don't have to feed the reindeer tonight, which is good. They're not there. They're out with Santa, so you don't need to worry about that. They're getting snacks on the way. They're going to stop by Taco Bell or someplace. As far as the other ones are concerned, the mammoths, the penguins, and of course the polar bears, will have to get them some food. But other than that, that's it. All right, I'm going to put it back on the lava of Mount Etna. And we're going to wrap up the day, you guys. So thank you, everyone, for being here. It is Christmas Eve, and it is time to pack up the stream for tonight. I want to say a big thank you to, first off, our wonderful moderators, Piggy, Arizona Snowman, Gary, 24/7 Live, AZ Skies, C&D Boy, Bob out there in Vancouver Island, and of course the others that may have been hiding in the background, like Lucas Snow or Joseph Fields, and any of the other ones. That would really be awesome. And on that friendly note, also want to say a big thank you to our super chatters, which were Oz and Full Circle Florida and Juliet and Piggy and Kevin Haynes. Thank you very much, you guys. That is awesome and very kind of you. Also, Oz, for gifting that one membership, and that is was gotten by somebody in here. So that is all cool. And I'm going to wrap it up. If you haven't yet hit the like button and you enjoyed the show, please help us out. Let's get a few more likes in there. I don't think we're going to make it over 100 today. That's fine. I know there's a lot less people, and people have things to do. It is Christmas. Hey, Arizona Snowman, we see you there. Welcome, and thanks for being there. On that friendly note, be good, everyone. Take care of yourselves. All the best. And please stay safe and have yourselves a wonderful Christmas Day. I know some of you are already on Christmas Day, so enjoy what you've got. And be good, be kind, and take care of yourselves. And please, please, most of all, even if it's Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We'll see everyone tomorrow. And yes, we will have a stream tomorrow. We'll see you at the stream, but we will make sure that it is only about 2 hours long due to other engagements, of course, being Christmas Eve. And Kim Raudenbush, thank you, and Merry Christmas to you as well, my friend. And good night. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Oink, oink. Bye.